Hello, I'm working on my ATC for Blossom and Inspire's ATC exchange. I've been sitting on this for months because I guess I've been worried about making a mistake here, which is silly because I could just try again if it doesn't work out. So I've just been finding myself some excuses not to work on this, but the deadline is coming up, so I've got to work on this now. The themes for this quarter are yellow, butterfly, and sky. So I had some ideas here. I have some yellow things. I got a yellow card. And I was thinking that I would cut the butterfly out of the sky and put the outline down in acrylic ink with an acrylic marker. And so I would have the sky and the butterfly instead of the butterfly and the sky. Thought that would be a little clever, but I guess we will see if I'm able to execute on this idea. So I have made my attempt to outline a butterfly here. And I had gotten this fabric. I think I can't remember if I got this from Maddie or Sandra herself, but you know, it's just a fun little fabric with little blue dots in the sky and these cute little cartoony clouds. And I was using this little butterfly book for inspiration. And I made myself a sketch of a butterfly. And I guess I will cut out this outline and see if I can get it to fit onto the page here. So this is going to be my second entry into this event. I feel like I've been doing this forever, even though I haven't. I just find it really enjoyable. I like being able to exchange with a bunch of nice people who all seem to be pretty much friends at this point. And, you know, I just really like how different people come up with different ways to represent the same concepts. And it's just a lot of fun. So, okay, so did I want to go this way? Was I not thinking that far enough? Or did I do this so that I can cut it out? I guess we can try both and see which one works better. I'm all about optionality, I guess. I think this outline might have looked a little better in my mind when I did this like several months ago, and I totally forgot which direction I wanted these butterflies to be going in. So by gluing, I just used a glue stick to glue this fabric onto this paper. And the reason why I did that was that the paper added a lot of stiffness and it became a lot easier. I mean, first of all, it's a lot easier to draw on the paper. And then second, it's a lot easier to cut it out because of the stiffness of the paper. It gives you something to cut against. So my thought was I would do something like this. And I have some lace and some frilly stuff from this yellow tissue paper to go on there. And I think the thing that was really intimidating me was the idea of like how I was going to draw the outline of the butterfly onto this. And I guess that was really what the problem was. So I guess I should just plunge ahead and see how this goes. I tested it out here and it looked okay, but I hadn't done like a large area or anything. So, and then it would go all the way down to there. So I don't want to think too deeply about the body of a butterfly because they don't seem particularly appealing to me. And then I would go the Carrie Griffith style of drawing in the antennae at the end. So having tested this out, I'm pretty confident that this outlining is going to work, except here where the I got a lot of fraying going on, so I don't know if that's going to work out when I put it on the edge there. And I know that Sandra had done something similar to this in a recent video, which I think she had turned them into like stickers or something like that. So I think after having watched that, I felt a little more confidence in going forth and trying to do this myself instead of just thinking about it. So Now how would I want to do this? Oh, I think I've got a lot of, hopefully that is the fabric and not my, my pen fraying. So I thought this concept was great in theory, but in practice, you know, I just find it kind of intimidating. So how would I want this to look? I don't know if that made any sense. I guess it doesn't have to make sense. I guess we're having fun here and it's okay. And then here we just need it to be somewhat symmetrical. I wonder if butterfly veins are kind of like thumbprints, where it's not exactly the same, but it's very similar on both sides. That is something I should go look up and check out. Okay, maybe I'll give it a couple dots. And here I have some more of this fraying going on. I really hope it's the fabric and not my pen. I mean, it's not the most expensive pen, but, you know, I would really prefer it if my pen survived this ordeal. Okay, so that turned out okay-ish. We got a lot of this fraying going on. I'm not sure what I want to do about that. Hopefully cutting it will help. Yeah, it's definitely the fraying and not the pen. And it looks like the paint had soaked in a little bit, so it's no longer as dark as when I had started, because it had soaked into the fabric there. So it seems a little fuzzy. Not ideal. I wonder if there's a different pen that I could use on top of this that would do a better job. I suppose if I had like a fabric paint pen, that would work out better, but so and then is it getting blurry because it's soaking into the fabric, or did I kind of smudge it up in the process? I'm not sure. Well, we'll give this a moment to dry and see how that goes. And then in here, I was thinking that I would have a little piece of this lace here, and then some of this scrunched up as some sort of, I don't know, some frilly thing. Some pseudo flower rosette. That's an idea. I could do something like that. This whole concept here has gotten into speculative territory. I didn't fully think this far ahead because I was so nervous about doing the earlier step there, that I wasn't sure how well this was going to, how far I was going to get. So let's make a couple rosettes here just to have something different in the background. If we had this here, where would I need this? Up there or down here? Maybe a second one down here. All right. Okay. Maybe I'll go back and find some little bling to put in there to make it like centers of flowers or something like that. That might be fun. So another good thing about, well, it's not great that it has come off. I don't think I had glued completely to the edge here. So we'll go do that and like smear it out a little bit so it's not as likely to bubble up. And then with this on paper like this, it makes it a lot easier to glue the paper on without worrying about how much glue you're putting on. So I will just line that up to the edge there and add my little butterfly. I mean, I probably shouldn't have had spent so much time worrying about what was going on and spent more time like actually doing it. And then here we would have little antennae being cute like that. Oh, I thought I was going to add this, but apparently I forgot. So what can I do with this? Do I want it to go over there? Maybe I can go like this. Would that be too much? Maybe I'll just add it to the edge there. since we have this kind of coming off a little bit. So I think this glue will do for this purpose. If it doesn't stick, then I will go back with some Fabri-Tac to help stick it in place. So we'll just, actually I could probably add a little more than that. All right, and then I'll go through and cut off this tail here with my starting to dull scissors there from all this fabric cutting. And we're going to have to let it dry a little bit to see if it actually does stick. And as I said, if it doesn't stick, we'll add the Fabri-Tac and definitely make sure it does. So I think the concept was okay. I might go back and try to touch up these lines later. I'm not quite sure what I would do there. I think it still gives you the theme of butterfly, sky, and yellow. I just don't know how to make this fabric more effective here. So I suppose you will see in the Sandra video if I've managed to make a difference. Thanks for watching. It's the next day and I'm just following up on my ATC exchange entry here. So in order to work with the fraying fabric, I went and put some black outline on the background itself. I also added some extra bling on the butterfly and on the center of these flowers. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this into this little sleeve for safekeeping. I'm going to put that in my envelope. And as an additional surprise for Sandra, I'm sending her a little blind bag challenge of a couple scraps of fabric to see if she might want to play and do something with those. Then I'm taking advice from Paper Terrace. Jessica there had explained to us how you want to have your envelope be able to slip into a 1/4 inch slot. And so my husband printed out this slot for me. And it looks like it should be good to go. So I'll be sending this off shortly and just in time. Thanks for watching.